the man of the hour, the director of the big George Foreman, the legendary and iconic George Tillman, who knows how to make a film that resonates with everyone. Talk to me a little bit about how proud you are to bring the George Foreman story to the big screen.
I'm very proud. It took us 3 years. Just imagine, George, it took longer than that. It's such an amazing story of a man who can completely change his life from what we know as him fighting Ali to a guy who became a minister, to a guy who believed in second chances, and I think that's just great.
I love that. So Chris Davis is very dear to me. He's very dear to all the alum of Cheyney University of Pennsylvania, 1837, where I graduated from, and so did Chris. So how did Chris become attached to this project?
I was looking for George Foreman for about 3 or 4 weeks, couldn't find him. Either they were great actors, they were too small. They were good boxers, but they were not right for the role. And then Chris came in, and I was just blown away by him. And not only that, you know, when I saw him, he's 6'2".
Yeah.
And then I said, wow, he can gain the weight and he can lose the weight.
Yeah.
That's something I was really excited about.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I saw an interview where he spoke about that.
Yeah, that's the great thing. We shot the first half of the movie and we shut down for about 6 weeks. So he can gain the weight, eat every day, gain those calories. And when I came back, I saw him. He had the bald head. He had the heavy stomach. I was like, wow, this is a whole different guy.
He really transformed.
He transformed, and that's the kind of commitment he gave to this role.
Wow. So when you think about, you know, actors and how they're able to make that transformation, you know, what is your advice, you know, when actors have to step into a role like that and all of like the up and down and all the layers that have to be peeled back? Like, what is your advice so that they can do that in an effortless way?
I think the way to do it is really study the person you're portraying and really be honest to the character. If that's what the character wants and needs to be to get the role the way you need to get it across, that's what we got to push for, and that's what I love about it. Before I started, I did Men of Honor years ago with Robert De Niro, and I remember when he said, I gained weight, went to Italy for a Raging Bull. That's how that came to me, that I had to, with this commitment. That's the commitment you want from an actor.
Wow. What do you want the viewers to walk away with after they see this film?
I want them to walk away first to be entertained. I had a good time. But at the same time, I want them to be able to say, hey, I can change my life. I can better my life.
Wow.
George Foreman did it. I can too.
I love that. Thank you so much for your time tonight. Congratulations.